But she was like,
Mamaya pagsakay ng train, anong
yeah.
para maiikot tayo.
Good morning. Great. Welcome to Penguin Point especially. My name is Rihanna. Joining me in a moment's time will be Kat. She will be feeding our little penguins today. So here at Penguin Point we are home to the little blue penguin. You might also know them as the fairy penguin or the blue penguin as well. So these guys are actually the smallest penguin species in the world. So you're not looking at young penguins, you are looking at fully grown adult penguins right now. They stand about 30 centimetres tall and about 1 kilo in weight. That's as big as they will ever get, unless we get to breeding or molting, which I'll get to in a moment as well. Now, as well as our little penguins, you will also find another species of bird here at Penguin Point. Now, she hasn't flown in. This one has, this cheeky little seagull, but the bird that I'm talking about at the moment is Chloe. Now, for those of you who have met Chloe before, she's still here, still healthy, still going very strong. But for those of you who haven't met Chloe before, she is a yellow-footed booby. You might also know her as a brown booby. There is also another species very popular to the Galapagos Islands called the blue-footed booby, which are more commonly known. But Chloe here is actually one of our rescue birds. So Kat and I are actually part of the animal care team here at SeaWorld. Fancily just means that we are very, very diverse and we work with lots of different animals and lots of different places around SeaWorld. So you might see us running around like a bunch of headless chooks today, and that's totally fine because we are spread throughout the entire park. We work here with our little blue penguins. We work over with our seals at Seal Harbour. We also work with the rehab birds at the front of the park, all of those rescue pelicans up there. We have 5 rescue pelicans and 1 rescue pies cormorant up there that we work with as well. But we also work with the SeaWorld Foundation, and so these guys go out for any animal rescues that we need to do. So whether they are stranded, if they are injured, or if they are entangled in any of our waste, we go out there and help them to the best of our ability. And then if they need to, they come back here to SeaWorld and rehabilitate them to go back out into the wild. So sometimes there are cases like Chloe that actually can't be released back out into the wild, and they do have to stay here in human care. But we do go out on quite a few rescues. The one that you would have heard of most recently would have been Skip the fur seal. He's just been released back out into the wild and is travelling all the way down to Tasmania at the moment. So it's really cool to be able to see his progress. But Chloe here is also part of that rescue crew. So Chloe was rescued just over 20 years ago.
She's in the water now, look.
So she is looking very good for her age.
Look at her.
And she's only been here at Penguin Point for the last 9 months. Now, like I said, she's been here for 20 years, so where was she? Well, she was over with our rehab birds at the front of the park. Now, if you do go and see them, they're amazing pelicans, but they do get a bit of flying cormorants and seagulls trying to steal their food. Now, you'll watch Chloe come over for some food, and she'll participate in the session, but she won't really be bothered by the little penguins. But if there was any other birds trying to get to her food, she would probably want to stay very far away. So she does have her own little section of food here, so we definitely forget about her. But over in our rehab centre, she was very relaxed and laying back, making sure that everybody else was stealing her food. But here we have beautiful bird-proof netting. We only usually get 1 or 2 flying seagulls at sea who will come through and decide to come through the netting themselves. But generally it's very quiet, and Chloe doesn't mind just the 1 or 2 coming through. So she's been here for the last 9 or so months, and being here she has displayed so many beautiful behaviours, and you would have just seen one then, her swimming across here, even though that is a natural behaviour for her and doesn't seem out of the blue. For Chloe, the last 20 years she never swam, she never groomed herself, but being here at Penguin Point she's come out of her shell, and she has shown just how encouraged she is to show all of her natural behaviours, how comfortable she is here at Penguin Point, being with a completely different species, but also being here with the trainers. She comes over and feeds for us here where we call at the tray, which means all of our birds come to the trainer in the centre of the exhibit. She also voluntarily participates in her weigh session. Whether she does that today or not, that's totally up to her. Like I said, it's a voluntary weigh session, so it means that she gets to choose whether she wants to sit on those weigh scales. We never tell them their weight, we keep that a secret, but she will participate in those weigh sessions as well. And she does approximate her position up towards the tray as best as she can. She also participates in our other husbandry behaviours we ask our little penguins as well. So what we do is we check their feet. So instead of picking up each and every one of our birds, we actually have a device called a podoscope. Now what that is a clear bridge made of Perspex plastic, and our little penguins and Chloe will climb up that little bridge, and there's a flat surface on the top. We actually ask them to stay right in the middle, and then we weigh and have a look underneath their feet. Now because it is clear, we are able to see under that plastic with either a mirror or a camera, and we're able to have a look under their feet. For us? Yeah, good job, Chloe. Now she's 20 years old, but she's still got it in her, and she's still looking beautiful as ever, but she does show just how important it is to make sure whether they are a cleaner, part of our retail security, or food and beverage, every morning, without doubt, everybody comes and says good morning to Chloe. So all of our animals do make a very big difference and hold a very special place in all of our hearts here at SeaWorld. And we do have quite a few animals here, even including all of our fish over in Shark Bay. They are all thawed out, so just like us getting any frozen veggies or meat ourselves, we do lose nutrition in our food, so our little penguins get a vitamin to supplement that. So she needs to make sure that they're only getting 1 of them a day. We also like to encourage our penguins to eat lots of different variety of fish as well. So you'll notice today that Kat has looking like sardines. They are called WA pilchards. They are very close to a sardine. These guys love their pilchards, but we do like to make sure they're getting a variety. So whether we give them some whiting or whitebait or even some bottle squid, we do like to make sure we are improving their diversity in what they're eating. But some of our little penguins don't like diversity. Some of our little penguins will really love it. So any behavioural notes, Kat gets to write those down as well as any of our penguins that are new to weighing or new to being fed here at the tray. We also write down all of these behaviours as well. Now, if